What's good, YouTube? Never mind my silly plats. I'm so proud of these twists though because I did them myself, and I think this is the best Anitas I've ever done. But we're here today with my initial thoughts, reactions to Love Is Blind after the altar. Little looks like it was a three-parter episode. Three-part meaning 3 episodes. Um Wow, it says one was 40 minutes, one was 31, and one was 32. It don't even seem like it was that, but it's about, yeah. It didn't seem like it. It seemed like it came on and went real quick. But this is just me giving my initial thoughts, reactions, or whatever, right? So when it starts, I'm thinking to myself, so it says a year later after the nuptials, or when people say I do and I don't and everything. So as I'm watching it, I'm thinking to myself, all right, I know what played out after the reunion show aired, and we learned that SK and Raven started dating again, seeing each other again, um, and stuff like that. So, and then all the stuff that happened after the reunion aired with this young lady coming out saying that SK was seeing her as well, taking her on all these trips and doing things like that. And then next thing you know, we find out that Raven said it's over for good, right? So when this started, it opens up with her going to the airport to meet SK. So I'm thinking to myself, so when exactly was the After the Altar episodes filmed? Was it filmed um a long time after the reunion show aired or what? Like I was trying to figure it out, right? So I'll go on and I go and watch it. So let me give y'all my thoughts on all the couples and people, whatever. It's amazing to me, Nancy and Zay, they both went and changed their hair color to blonde. I'm not sure if Zaynab felt like I'm gonna change my hair color to be more attractive, but you know that old saying when a woman cuts her hair or changes the color of her hair, you know she's going through a transformation after a breakup. That's a saying that I've heard for years or whatever, right? So anyway, uh, Zaynab says she got a new man in her life and it's her therapist. Sidebar. I was scrolling TikTok 2 days ago. I came across this TikTok of this fine young black man encouraging people to get therapists. And he was saying, like, you come and talk to me. And of course, there was women in the comments like, I come and talk to you any day or whatever. But I just thought it was cool to see a young black man that's an actual therapist and putting it out there that that's what he does or whatever, and that it's okay to have a therapist and get therapy and everything. Just wanted to say that real quick. But anyway, back to the show. So Zayna, she got a therapist or whatever. We see Cole's talking to, I think that was his brother and his sister-in-law or somebody related to him, and he was just talking about the emotions and stuff that he went through after filming that daggone reunion, showing how everybody was coming at him, and he was taken aback by Zaynab and the whole cuties thing. And honestly, when I initially watched the show and reviewed it and everything back then, even still, after they showed that clip of the cuties and everything and how she presented it, I was just like, girl, now you putting on. Just say that you realize that he wasn't what you wanted in a man, and you weren't what he wanted. And number one, Zaynab wasn't happy within herself, wasn't secure within herself, and that's why she couldn't let things be what they were with her and Cole. Because number one, her insecurities drove her to control issues to me, and she did mention that getting a male therapist has helped her because maybe she was missing the male voice, like in the guidance of a man, because her father passed when she was 13. So I was like, yeah, that might be it. So why was I saying that? Oh yeah, so that might be it or whatever. So, because when Cole explained the whole cuties situation to his siblings, I was in agreement with him. Like, she blew it up, trying to make it seem as though the two cuties, he was saying that her having the two cuties was enough for her to eat until they go to dinner. And that was like, that's not what he was saying at all. And I didn't like that. I said, you know what? Zaynab is a twisted sister, okay? Very manipulative. Hopefully getting the therapy and talking to a therapist is going to help her, you know? Then we have, we, um, we have Nancy and Bartice meet up. I don't know if the meetup happened just for them to be able to have a scene and film for this little after the altar thing. But they meet up, they talk, and they silly and everything with each other. She's saying they got a real good friendship. Then she has a conversation with her mom and her brother, the brother that was going off on the wedding day. And the mother's like, why are you being friends with him? Like, what do you get out of this friendship? And to me, I was looking at Nancy like, so you know he likes blondes. You went and got your hair blonde. You saying y'all had this experience together, what y'all did, and you don't want to discount the friendship y'all developed. Would a friend do what he did to you? Like somebody that's a true friend. And for one, friends don't intentionally hurt each other. Sometimes things happen and y'all disappoint one another, but they don't intentionally hurt one another. And a true friend will give you the time and the space you need to work through what y'all went through. That's what being in relationships, romantic and friend and family, is all about. And I feel like Bartice, like seeing him in this, Bartice, he wanted to hold on to Nancy. Because you saw him talking to the guys, saying, I mean, what more did she need? Because the guys was like, you being friends with her so soon, saying that y'all have a friendship so soon after everything happened. Like, that's going to give her the wrong impression. She going to think there's a sliver of hope that y'all can be friends right now and work your way back to being something more romantic. And Bartiz was telling the guys, like, well, what more do she need to know that it's not going to be her, it's never going to be her, as far as being in a relationship, a romantic relationship is concerned between us two. It's never going to be her. What more would she need to get that? And yet, and still, on the flip side, you see Nancy talking to her mom and her brother. And her mother was like, listen, you are my baby. I'm going to look out for you in your best interest. And he is not what's in your best interest. And Nancy being nice, talking about, but I'm forgiving him. And if I can forgive him. And I'm thinking to myself, Nancy, you saying all of this with the twinge of hope that you showing Bartiz that you could be a good friend is going to mean that it's going to bring up and brew those old emotions and y'all going to have another chance. And that's not what it is, love. It's not. Also, I'm curious to know what things happened in Nancy's life growing up that made her develop the trait, the characteristic traits of or characteristics or traits of feeling like it's best if she lives her life and not letting her parents or her family or no one know anything about what she got going on business wise or professionally or personally. Cause she was saying that she don't take nobody home. She don't say I'm going on a date or I'm seeing somebody. She don't do none of that. So when she got on this show and they was getting to being married and getting to the altar, like this was a big ta-da to do for her father and her family or whatever, right? And I'm just like, wow. So I'm really curious to know that. But in the end, Alexis had a party for her birthday. And at the party, everybody met up. Of course, the party was the setup for everybody from the show to have to come and meet and us to get the wrap up of basically where they gonna go from here. At the party, Nancy and Bartiz go off and have a conversation. And Bartiz starts to show some concern about the fact that Nancy seems like she gonna let everybody get in her head, because he was saying like, I've been talking to the guys and they was letting me know that they was like advising you not to be friends with me right now. Like, you need room and space to do this and that, but you shouldn't listen to other people. Like, you should want to be friends because you want to be friends, and don't listen to them. And I'm just like, what the fuck, sir? You said out your own mouth it'll never be her. And you know damn well that this lady is trying to have a friendship. You can see it. If we see it, you can see it. The lady is having a friendship because she got hope that y'all gonna get back together. And that you'll learn from what you did, and she can give you another chance eventually. So Nancy starts to talk, and he basically rushes her to it and gives her an ultimatum like, are we gonna be friends? Are we leaving here friends or not? And she was just like, you know what? We're not. I gotta do what I gotta do for me. And being friends with you is not it. And I'm thinking to myself, Bartiz, why are you acting like it's imperative that y'all gotta be friends? Why can't y'all just be in a space where, it's no beef, it's no animosity, and y'all can be cordial for the time being? And she work past it, because to be honest, her trying to pour into a friendship with you is taking her. She thinking about that, focusing on that, and she not out here giving no new people a chance. Whereas you are, because you already made it clear that you don't want her in that way. So yo, you gotta relax. You gotta relax on that. Zay was nervous about actually seeing Cole at the party because the girls meet up and then the guys meet up separately. And Zay learns that Alexis definitely invited Cole to the party. And y'all, like we said, it's all because they need to film for the show, for this after show or whatever. What's his name? Brennan, who's Alexis's husband. We see them have dinner with her family and his family sitting there. And we didn't see this in the original season, but Alexis's dad, I wasn't feeling the passive aggressive, uh, sarcastic way that he kept coming at Brennan about not putting his foot down, basically saying that Brennan is letting Alexis run all over him. They talk about starting a family and having kids and what they ready for. And her dad basically says that Alexis wears the pants in their relationship. She tells him what to do and stuff like that. I don't think that was right to say, and then to say it in front of his family, his parents and stuff like that too. I was just like, no, this not it, Dad. This is not it. Sorry, had to count real quick. Make sure I'm doing the right thing on my project. Working on this little crochet hat as I'm talking to y'all. But yeah, I wasn't feeling the passive aggressive way and sarcastic way that her father was coming at Brennan. As far as Matt and Colleen, you don't want to tell people to break up, but I don't see this marriage lasting. I'm wondering if the Matt we see with Colleen is the same Matt that his previous wife experienced. If so, I can see why she stepped out on him. I don't condone it, but I can see why. If the Matt that we see with Colleen is 50% of the Matt that the previous wife experienced, I can see why. Matt has a slow burn, a storm brewing right beneath the surface. You can tell that he's very volatile, and the least little thing, and not the least little thing, gonna set him off with the way they argue and stuff. And as long as Nancy, is her name? Her name not Nancy. Her name Colleen. As long as Colleen bends to his will, they'll be fine. The moment that woman finds her voice and speaks her mind, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work unless Matt changes. I could just see a storm brewing under him. And when I say volatile, I don't mean that he gonna put hands on her. I mean volatile, loud, irate, berating, and all that kind of stuff. Those kinds of things. Emotional abuse, verbal abuse is what I see with him. And like I said, if that first wife experienced any of the things that we see Colleen experiencing in these little tidbits of this show, I don't condone, but I can see why she stepped out of their marriage. And so they're still together. At this point, they're looking for a house to buy together, which is okay for them, but I don't see it lasting much longer. Now let's get back to SK and that daggone Raven. I was nervous. I was like, Lord, when was this filmed? Cause a few months ago we heard that they had broke up, especially when that girl came out talking about how much he was taking her out and flying her out, taking her on trips, and she had the photos and everything to prove it. So we see SK talk to his brother. He invited his brother in town to tell a brother that he gonna propose to Raven again. He bought a new ring and everything. Took her to this nice place because he said he had to make up for her what he did on the original season of the show. He takes her to this nice place. She looks really nice. And they get engaged. He proposes. She says yes. Then the update comes. A few months later, the engagement was over. And we get a confessional with Raven talking about she really was in it and she can't believe that they went through all that for him to cheat on her and stuff. But I wish Raven the best. She really was trying. And she really did like him. She really thought she had found what she needed in a partner. And he just wasn't it. He was a fake and a phony and a fraud. So that's the update for them. The update for Brennan and Alexis is that they're gonna try to have a baby in 2023. They want to be trying to have a kid. That's what he wants. And she was like, okay, we'll see. So we'll see if they have a baby. Because if they have a baby, they're gonna be the first Love Is Blind couple to have a kid, because the two couples that's still going from season one, Cam and Lauren, and what is his name? Oh my God, the guy that the girl was in love with, she broke up with the trainer because she wanted to try to get a chance with him. Damn, I can't think of his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Them two, Barnett, that's his name, Barnett, and I don't remember the girl's name, the wife name, but yeah, they didn't have any kids yet. Nobody from season 2 had any kids yet that I know of. So I'm feeling like Alexis and Brendan, if they have a kid, they'll be the first Love Is Blind baby. Um, and that's it for the Love Is Blind after the show. I thought it was alright. It was just alright. We get a little clip and synopsis of Nick Lachey's new show called Perfect Match. And on this show, they bring some singles together and let them do something. I guess it's going to be similar to MTV's Are You the One? That's what it seems like. And I've never watched Are You the One, but I get the gist of it from the commercials. And that's what this show seems to be. But this time he brought past people from past it looked like it was a couple people from past seasons of Love Is Blind, as well as some people that was on The Circle, because I definitely see Chloe from The Circle. I definitely saw the guy that was from Jersey, and he called himself a Guido, but he was super nice on The Circle. I liked him. But yeah, they're gonna be on this show, and it's like here come Nick Lachey talking about, I know how to do a show, and I'm thinking like, yeah, you sure know how to put some people together to stir up a train wreck for our entertainment, and I appreciate it. But yeah, that's it, y'all. Y'all gonna tune in for Perfect Match or no? Are they gonna have a new season of The Ultimatum as well? Because at this point, he has, with the Perfect Match, what they have three dating slash relationship reality train wreck shows or whatever. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm gonna finish doing this. I see y'all in the next video. Get in the comments and let me know what y'all thought about the after the altar updates on the couples. I don't blame Raven for breaking up with SK after all that stuff came out. And I don't blame Nancy for telling Bartiz no friendship over here. Let me go on about my life. Because why is you dragging me on? Act like you really want a genuine friendship when you know you don't want me and you told. And you know I'm holding on because I'm thinking it's going to be something more eventually. And you already done told the guys it's never going to be that. And she should have got the picture from what happened at the altar. That's what you basically said. And then you want to be in the next breath in that daggone party. Talking about don't listen to them. You know me better than them. You know what we got. These men always with the mind games. With the 1 foot in, 1 foot out bullshit. I see y'all in my next video. Peace. You know what, y'all? I'm coming back to say one more thing that I left out. Something I wanted to speak on. The way Brennan feels towards Cole based on what Alexis told him. And it's like he really wasn't trying to hear Cole out when they talked. And you're supposed to listen to your wife, but your wife is getting jaded information, biased information, not the whole truth from Zay. Because Zaynab wasn't truthful. She is a manipulator. And I hope you watched all these episodes back and realized that Zay not only manipulated Cole, but she also manipulated your wife, therefore manipulating you to be on her side in this Cole and Zay thing. Because Cole was nowhere near as bad as Zaynab painted him out to be. I just needed to come back and say that. And with that, I'm peacing out for real. I'll see y'all in the next video, y'all.